This is actually the second uh, After Hours with Cozy that I'm working on. And originally it was going to be Subnautica that I did it with. However, my computer sort of lagged to high hell trying to record and play the game at the same time. So I don't really know how I'd make that one work. After some stumbling around on the internet, I decided just to dust off my old Minecraft account, and we would go ahead and play that. Since it's sort of a nice little game that we can jump in, sort of mess around, I can get my feelings out, we can be people, and then we can just hop back out. So I went ahead and pulled up Minecraft, and we can go ahead and jump into that and then be all gooey. But I'm not quite sure why this is still doing the 3D graphics. Off. Done. Back to game. There we go. But the reason why I started doing, Minecraft, or not Minecraft, I made the channel was that, I got out of school, joined the working world, and then I just sort of lost touch with all my passions. I resigned myself to the thought that the only things in life I was going to do was I was going to work, at some piss-in, dead-end job, 9 to 5, grow old, pay bills, and then die, wishing I was going to do more with my life. And, there was something, I don't know, like some kind of spark, fire, whatever you want to call it, that just said, no, that's not the kind of life I'm going to lead. If I'm going to have this life, I am going to live it, and I am going to make it a life that I'm happy doing. Later on down the road, if I have a kid or something like that, what are they going to say that, my dad was just sort of some kind of slave or something like that, and then he just sort of worked and then died. And I don't know, I think it's sort of that idea of you just want to be able to leave some kind of legacy. You want to be able to look back on your deathbed and say, hey, look, I did this. I made this life into, something that I'm proud of. And now, of course, I'm not saying I'm in it just for the money or something like that. No, not at all. I'm doing this that way, I can reinvigorate my passions and, to have a life that I can be proud of. And I think that's kind of the reason why I'm really working on this here, and I'm really looking to sort of take the time and invest in what I have to invest in to be able to actually make this life work. And I don't know, is that too deep? Is that kind of like too ooey gooey? But I don't know. Anyways, that's sort of the idea of what this channel is going to be, or not this channel, what this series is going to be for. But in terms of other updates, as I should put them, the channel's coming along nicely. I've got the banner done. I had to redo the intro video because it was too quiet, but that's done, and it sounds a lot better. So if you guys haven't seen that new update, go ahead and take a look at it. I think you guys will like that. The actual Bioshock Let's Plays, I've got, I think, up to, yeah, the 4th episode on that is actually recorded. which is actually pretty nice, um, because there's some interesting things in there. So I'm kind of excited about that. Oh, speaking of that, I did a lot of research on the copyrights and stuff like that to figure out how that actually worked. And right now I'm sort of thinking along the lines of just disabling background noise from that, and then sort of going at it from there. But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking about just sort of swapping those parts out if something sounds like it's actually copyrighted or something like that. That way we don't wind up getting in trouble, or something to that note. But anyways, that's the thought of it. And right now, let's see where we're at time-wise. About 6 minutes or so. So we've got plenty of time. In terms of the time-wise for this series here, I'm not quite sure how long I really want the videos to be. Nothing too long, but nothing too short. I just want to be able to make sure that they're long enough to be able to say, hey, I'm a person. This is how I'm feeling. This is the direction I'm wanting it to go in, stuff like that. So I don't know. How long do you guys think the videos should be? Go ahead and put that down in the description below if you guys are seeing this. The channel actually got past the 20 views mark. I was actually kind of excited about that. Granted, half of those were kind of actually like my views or my girlfriend's, but it means that someone other than us actually saw it interesting, to be able to sit there and listen to me ramble through the videos. So I do thank you guys for that. Let's see if we can't get it to 40 views next, and then after that, we'll go ahead and I'll do some kind of thank you video or something like that for the 20, not the 20 views, the 40 views. But also, in terms of like subscribers and stuff like that, from all the videos that I could see, tutorial wise and that kind of whatnot, they said once you get to like 5 to 10 videos, then start saying, hey, subscribe to me. But I don't know. I just kind of think that 5 to 10 videos just really isn't enough. So I'll probably wait until I can get to maybe about 15 to 20 videos, or 15 to 20 good quality videos. And then after that, I think maybe sooner or later I might start doing more with like Twitter and stuff like that, and then like actually doing the legwork to get people over to the channel and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think with all the work and stuff like that, we just have to remember to stay true with why it is we're doing it, and that way we don't sort of like lose touch. Because I think when people sort of start off, they have their idea in mind, their passion of what it is they were wanting to do, and then after that, they get to a point where they just sort of forget what they're in it for. And then after that, you can kind of start to tell that, okay, they've lost touch of what it is they were wanting to do in the first place. And then, they just sort of, their quality goes from, from the heart to subscribe to me and pay my bills. And, yeah, later on down the road, I may look into, making a career out of it. But I don't want to make a career out of it and then forget why I'm in it in the first place, But I don't know. I mean, right now, it's just going to be sort of baby steps. You know, we're gonna get the video up. We're gonna get our quality sort of where it needs to be, and then we'll start to kind of figure the rest out. And anyways, it looks like it's starting to get dark here, and we're sitting at about 10 minutes or so. So we'll go ahead. I will hop out of Minecraft here, and I'll go ahead and let you guys go. So if you did, sit through the video and watch me rabble or listen to me rabble, then thanks for listening to me, and you guys take care out there. All right, bye.